Let me say this loud and clear. You owe it to you, not to your parents, not to your friends, not to your boss. This year 2025 isn't going to wait for you. It's not going to slow down so you can figure it out. It doesn't care if you're tired, scared, confused, or broken. But you should care, because every excuse you make is a debt you're stacking against your future. Every maybe tomorrow is a theft from the version of you who deserves more. So let me ask you something. How many more years are you going to waste waiting for the perfect moment? There is no perfect time. There is only now, and now is loud. It's brutal, it's demanding, and it's fair only to the bold. You say you want success, then act like it. You say you want peace, then build it. You say you want change, then be it. Because no one is coming to save you. Not a guru, not a hack, not a quote on Instagram. It's all on you, and that's not something to fear. That's the most powerful truth you will ever hear. Because if it's on you, then you control it, you can fight for it, you can earn it, you can OWN it. This year, stop negotiating with laziness, stop entertaining self-doubt like it's a guest in your house. Kick that voice out. You don't have time for pity. You don't have time for almost. The clock is ticking, not to pressure you, but to remind you that discipline is love in action, and grind is a gift. You've got one life, one name, one shot. Don't die with your greatness still buried inside you. So stand up, decide, move. 2025 owes you nothing, but you owe it to you. Personal accountability means accepting that your life is in your hands. Not your parents, not your bosses, not society's, just yours. No matter where you came from, no matter what pain you've been through, no matter how unfair things were, the next step is still yours to take. Blaming others might feel good for a while, but it keeps you stuck. It takes away your power, because as long as someone else is responsible, you're just a victim waiting for change that may never come. But the moment you decide that you are responsible, everything shifts. It's not about guilt. It's about ownership about saying I am the one who has to show up for me. No one is going to drag you to your dreams. No one is going to carry you through the hard days. People might help you. They might cheer for you. But no one will do the work for you. The job, the body, the mindset, the peace, the relationship, the purpose. None of it is handed over. It's built brick by brick, day by day, and you are the builder. Personal accountability is not just about discipline, it's about trust. Can you trust yourself to follow through? Can you trust yourself to keep going when no one's watching? When it's boring, when it's hard, when it's slow, because that's where transformation happens, not in motivation, not in hype, but in your quiet decisions when no one else is around. You owe it to you to stop outsourcing your future. It's not your teacher's job. It's not your partner's job. It's not your friend's job. It's yours. No one can care about your dreams more than you. And if they do, then that's a sign you've got work to do. Own your actions, own your habits, own your time, own your energy, because the moment you step into full responsibility, you step into full power. Time doesn't slow down just because you're not ready. It doesn't ask for your permission. It doesn't wait for your mood to improve. It doesn't care if you're tired, overwhelmed, or uncertain. 2025 is here, and it's moving with or without you. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. You can't rewind it, you can't pause it, you can't save it for later. Time is the most unforgiving currency you'll ever spend, and the truth is you're spending it, whether you're doing something or doing nothing. The scroll on your phone, that cost you. The doubt that held you back, that cost you. The procrastination you convinced yourself was rest. Yeah, that cost you too. And what's worse, time doesn't give discounts. You don't get to pay less because you're afraid. You don't get to slow it down because life is hard. You're either using your time to move forward, or you're falling behind. 2025 is not going to pause and say, "Hey, are you okay? Ready now?" No. It keeps going, the opportunities keep moving, the people who said they'd wait. They won't wait forever. The version of you want to become, they're not waiting for you either. You can't keep putting off your potential like it's a chore. You can't keep saying tomorrow like you own it, because you don't. No one does. All you have is today, this moment, this chance, and if you don't take it, someone else will. Someone else is getting up early. Someone else is grinding while you delay. Someone else is hungry enough to move. The world isn't against you, but it's not going to stop and accommodate you either. You owe it to yourself to keep pace, to rise with the day and not sleep through your chances. Time doesn't bend, it doesn't break, it doesn't wait, so you have a choice: catch up or get left behind. Excuses feel comfortable in the moment. They protect your ego. They soften the sting of failure. They give you something to blame. But here's the truth: every excuse you make is a deal you sign with regret. You think you're saving yourself from pressure. You're actually selling off your potential piece by piece. Excuses are invisible chains. They don't look dangerous, but they hold you back just the same. You say, "I don't have time," but you spend hours on distractions. You say, "I'm too tired," but you never question why your energy is so drained by things that don't matter. You say, "I'll start next week," but next week becomes next month, then next year, then maybe never. Excuses don't protect your dreams. They delay them, they dilute them, they destroy them, slowly and silently. And the worst part, you're not fooling anyone but yourself. People can see your patterns. They see when you keep talking but not doing. They see when your actions don't match your words. But more importantly, you see it. Deep down, you know when you're avoiding the hard work. You know when you're settling, and every time you make an excuse, your confidence takes the hit. Not because you failed, but because you didn't even try. Your future self is watching you, and every excuse you make today is a burden they'll have to carry. You're not avoiding pain, you're just postponing it. At some point, you'll either feel the pain of discipline or the pain of regret, and only one of those leads to growth. You owe it to yourself to stop choosing the easy way out. You owe it to yourself to call out your own lies. Excuses are expensive. They cost you progress. They cost you opportunities. They cost you time you can never get back. You don't owe the world perfection, but you do owe yourself the truth. And the truth is this: your potential is still there. But every excuse you make is a debt you'll eventually have to pay. There is no perfect time. There never was, and there never will be. Waiting for the stars to align, for the fear to go away, for the conditions to feel just right, that's the trap. That's how dreams die. You tell yourself, "I'll start when I have more time. I'll begin when I feel more confident. I just need a little more clarity, then I'll move." But what you're really doing is stalling. What you're really doing is hiding, and time keeps moving. Opportunities keep slipping. Chances keep disappearing. The truth, you don't get ready and then act. You act, and that's what gets you ready. Clarity comes from movement. Confidence is built through effort. Momentum only exists once you start. That fear you feel, it won't magically disappear. You learn to act with it. You learn to move through it. Stop romanticizing the idea of later. Later is uncertain, later is fragile, later is not promised. The only real moment you have is asterisk now asterisk, not next month, not after the holidays, not when you finally feel inspired. If you want change, it starts with one uncomfortable step today. Not tomorrow, not someday, because someday is where most people leave their dreams to rot. You think waiting keeps you safe, but all it does is keep you stuck. The longer you wait, the heavier your doubt becomes. The louder your excuses grow, and the harder it gets to begin. Perfection is an illusion. It's the enemy of progress, and it's a lie that keeps you from becoming what you could be. Start messy, start scared, start unsure, but start because there is no magic moment. There is only a decision, a line you draw in the sand, and a voice inside you that says enough waiting. Now is hard, but now is real, now is yours. And if you don't grab it, someone else will. If success depends on you, then guess what? You're also the one with the power to create it. That's not a burden, that's your breakthrough. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait for someone to hand it to you. You don't need a savior, you just need a decision. When you stop blaming the world, you start building yours. When you stop pointing fingers, you start finding solutions. No one's going to show up at your door and say, "Here's your dream life. You've earned it by waiting." That day never comes. You have to take control of your mindset, take control of your habits, take control of how you show up, even on the days when it's hard. Success isn't about luck. It's about ownership. It's about realizing that even if the odds are stacked against you, you still get to play the hand. You still get to choose your next move. That's power. That's control. But control only exists when you accept full responsibility. No more blaming your past. No more waiting on others to fix your life. No more saying, "I wish," when you can say, "I will." Because the minute you say, "I'm in charge of my outcome," you unlock something unstoppable. You become the one who adapts. You become the one who pivots. You become the one who refuses to fold. Control doesn't mean it'll be easy. It means you won't quit just because it's hard. It means you stop reacting to life and start leading it. You become the driver, not the passenger. You owe it to yourself to take that wheel, because if it's on you, that means you don't have to wait. You don't have to hope. You don't have to rely on luck. You just have to move step by step, day by day, with full belief that the power has always been in your hands. Success doesn't happen to you. It happens because of you. Comfort feels good until it doesn't. It feels safe. It feels familiar. It feels easy. But what it doesn't feel like is progress. Your comfort zone is the quiet killer of dreams. It's where potential goes to sleep. It's where goals get postponed. And where regret starts to grow, because deep down you know you were built for more. But more doesn't live where it's easy. More lives in the stretch. More lives in the challenge. Growth lives in discomfort. It lives in early mornings, in late nights, in doing the reps no one sees, in saying no to distractions that feel good in the moment but rob you long term. Discomfort is not the enemy. It's the signal that you're moving in the right direction. If it scares you, if it stretches you, if it forces you to dig deeper, that's exactly where you need to be. Comfort makes you soft. Comfort makes you slow. Comfort makes you forget how powerful you really are. Because power is forged in pressure, discipline is born in resistance, and strength doesn't grow in what's easy, it grows in what you push through. You don't need another easy day. You need a reason to rise, to get uncomfortable, to fail forward, to stumble, sweat, and get back up stronger. That's where the real transformation happens. The life you want, the person you dream of becoming, they're not sitting on the couch. They're not stuck in routines that feel safe but lead nowhere. They're out there in the discomfort, choosing growth over ease, choosing discipline over distraction, choosing long-term purpose over short-term pleasure. You owe it to yourself to stop making comfort your home, because comfort gives you a moment of relief, but discipline gives you a lifetime of freedom. The pain of growth is temporary, but the pain of regret, that stays. So if it feels too easy, you're not in the right place. Lean into the discomfort. It's not punishment, it's the path. Stop negotiating with weakness. Stop having long conversations with your laziness. Stop debating your fear like it deserves a seat at the table. You don't reason with weakness, you silence it, because every time you negotiate, you delay your progress. You give power to the very thing holding you back. Laziness will always have a clever excuse. Fear will always have a convincing argument. And if you listen too long, you'll start to believe them. You'll start to believe that later is safer, that good enough is acceptable, that just this once won't hurt, but it does. Every excuse you accept becomes a crack in your discipline. Every fear you give a voice becomes a chain around your ambition. Weakness doesn't want to be reasoned with. It wants control, and the moment you give it attention, it takes more than you intended. It takes your energy, it takes your time, it takes your potential. You have to shut it down. When laziness says, sleep in, you get up anyway. When fear says, don't try, you might fail, you try even harder, because the voice of weakness is loud, but it's a liar. It sounds like protection, but it's really sabotage in disguise. Success doesn't come from being comfortable. It comes from pushing through the resistance. You won't always feel motivated. You won't always feel ready, but that's when it counts the most. That's when you build the edge. That's when you separate yourself from the average. Strong people aren't fearless. They just don't negotiate with their fear. They don't ask laziness how it feels today. They don't wait for the mood to be right. They move, they act, they execute. You have to be ruthless with your discipline. You have to be relentless with your focus. You have to decide right now that weakness does not speak for you. Because the more you entertain it, the more you lose, and you didn't come this far to lose to a voice in your head. Discipline is not punishment. It's not about being hard on yourself. It's about showing up, because you matter. When you commit to something and follow through, you're not just building habits, you're building self-respect. You're telling yourself, I am someone who keeps promises. I am someone who shows up even when it's hard. That's love, not the soft kind that tells you to rest when you haven't earned it, but the kind that demands more from you because you deserve better. Every time you push through when it's uncomfortable, you prove to yourself that you can trust your own word. And that trust, that's everything. Because if you don't trust yourself to do what you say, how can you believe in anything else? How can you believe in your goals, your growth, your future? Discipline is not about being in control all the time. It's about choosing your future over your feelings. It's about showing up on the days when no one's watching. When there's no applause, no recognition, just you and the work. That's where greatness is built. That's where self-worth is forged. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need to feel inspired. You just need to show up because showing up for yourself is a form of self-love. It's how you say, I believe I'm worth the effort. I believe I'm worth the sacrifice. Anyone can show up when it's easy. But it's who shows up when it's tough, when it's raining, when it's lonely, when it's painful that builds something real. Discipline doesn't restrict you. It frees you. It gives you structure. It gives you direction. It gives you proof that you're capable of more than your excuses. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about choosing yourself over and over again, even when it's hard. Asterisk, especially asterisk, when it's hard. Because the highest form of self-respect is not in how you talk to yourself, it's in how you show up for yourself. You get one life, one, not a draft, not a rehearsal, not a test run. This is it, your one shot. You don't get to hit restart when it gets hard. You don't get to rewind when you realize you wasted time. You don't get to pause and save your progress for later. Life keeps moving, and every moment you spend waiting, doubting, hesitating, that's time you'll never get back. You don't get multiple versions of this life. You don't get an alternate timeline where you tried harder, where you started sooner, where you didn't give up. It's just this one, right here, right now. So the question is, what are you doing with it? Are you spending your days living in fear? Or are you building something that matters? Are you chasing distractions? Or are you chasing your purpose? Because time doesn't stop for anyone. And no one is guaranteed a second chance. That dream in your heart, it's not going to chase itself. That potential inside you, it's not going to activate on its own. You have to wake it up. You have to feed it. You have to fight for it. The world is full of people who never lived the life they wanted because they were too busy living the one they settled for. Don't let that be your story. Don't waste your shot trying to please everyone. Don't waste your shot waiting for perfect conditions. Don't waste your shot avoiding the pain that comes with growth. Pain is part of it. Failure is part of it. Doubt is part of it. But so is progress So is power So is purpose You're not here to coast. You're not here to survive. You're here to live fully, boldly, without apology, because when it's all said and done, you won't be judged by how safe you played it. You'll be remembered by how hard you went after it. One life, one chance, make it count. 2025 doesn't owe you anything, not success, not progress, not a breakthrough. The year won't hand you results just because you want them. It won't reward you for setting goals and then sitting still. It won't bend to your hopes unless you back them with action. But you owe yourself something massive. You owe yourself effort. Relentless, focused, no excuses effort. The kind that makes you proud to look in the mirror. Because if you want 2025 to be different, you have to be different. No more waiting for the right time. No more blaming the wrong circumstances. No more expecting life to hand you a trophy for showing up halfway. This is the year you go all in, not because the world is watching, but because you finally decided that you are worth the full investment. You owe yourself discipline when motivation runs out. You owe yourself consistency when progress feels slow. You owe yourself belief when no one else sees the vision yet. Stop coasting. Stop repeating the same cycles expecting new results. Stop giving 50% and expecting 100% returns. You know exactly what you've been avoiding. You know exactly where you've been playing small. And deep down, you know this is the year to step the hell up. No more soft starts. No more comfort-driven choices. This is your moment to prove to yourself, not anyone else, that you're serious, that you're ready, that you're capable. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need real effort, raw commitment, and the guts to keep going even when it's hard. Because success isn't something you wait for. It's something you build, and this year won't give it to you. But you can earn it every early morning, every late grind, every sacrifice, every focus, every step. It adds up. You don't owe the world results overnight, but you do owe yourself the kind of work that you can look back on and say, I gave it everything. Own this year. Own the effort. Own the process. And make 2025 the year you finally stop holding back.